When I bought my house, I was proud. It was a big step for me, a tangible sign of my hard work and independence. My girlfriend Amy and I had been together for a couple of years, and things were getting serious. When she started hinting about moving in, I wasn't opposed, but I made it clear from the start, this house was mine. I was the one paying the mortgage, and while I was happy for her to live with me, it didn't change the fact that the deed was in my name. We agreed that she'd split the utilities with me, but that was it. The mortgage was my responsibility and mine alone. Everything was fine at first. We moved her things in, rearranged some furniture to make room, and started settling into our new routine. But then, about a month after she moved in, Amy's mother came to visit. I was at work when her mother arrived, so by the time I got home, the two of them had already finished the grand tour. I could tell her mother was impressed, and honestly, that felt good. I was proud of my place after all. We had a pleasant evening and I thought everything had gone smoothly. But then, as I was walking down the hall to grab something from the bedroom, I overheard a conversation between Amy and her mom. I paused just outside the doorway. "I'm so glad you like it here, Mom," Amy was saying. "It's a beautiful home, Amy. I'm so happy for you." There was a pause, and then I heard Jessica add, "Here, just in case of emergencies." I froze. I could see Amy handing her mother a key to the house. After her mother left, I couldn't let it go. The moment the door closed, I turned to Amy. "Why did you give your mother a key to my house?" Amy seemed taken aback by the tone of my voice. "It's just in case of an emergency," she explained, "so she can get to my things if something happens." Her explanation didn't sit right with me. "I never authorized anyone else having a key to this house," I said, trying to stay calm. "I don't like the idea of someone else having access to my home without my permission." Amy looked surprised, maybe even a little hurt. "But it's our home now," she said, "and it's normal to give a spare key to someone you trust in case something happens." "Who did you give a key to when you lived in your apartment?" I asked. "My sister," she replied. "Well, this isn't your apartment," I said. "This is my house, and I already gave a spare key to my mother." Amy was quiet for a moment before she said, "But I live here too." "Yes," I agreed, "you live here. But you're an occupant, not an owner. There's a difference." Amy didn't say much after that, but I could tell she was upset. She didn't argue though, so I thought that was the end of it. But I was wrong. The next time I saw Amy's mother was a few days later. We ran into each other at the grocery store of all places. I figured it was as good a time as any to bring it up, so I politely asked her for the key back. She looked at me like I'd grown two heads. "What do you mean you want the key back?" "I'm not comfortable with anyone else having a key to my house," I explained. "If there's an emergency, Amy can handle it." Her mother was livid. "It's standard to share a key with someone close to you," she snapped. "I did," I responded calmly. "I gave a key to my mother." Her eyes narrowed. "But Amy lives there too." "Amy is an occupant," I said, repeating what I'd told Amy. "Not an owner. It's still my house and I'm not comfortable with other people having access to it." That didn't go over well. Amy's mother flipped out, accusing me of being controlling, disrespectful, and a slew of other things. I tried to explain my point of view, but she wasn't having it. She left in a huff, and I was left standing there, wondering if I'd done something wrong. When I got home, I told Amy about the encounter. She wasn't thrilled, but she wasn't as angry as her mother had been. She said she understood why I felt the way I did, but made it clear that she wasn't happy about how I'd handled it. Now things are tense between us. Amy's been quieter than usual, and I can tell her mother's words are weighing on her. Part of me wonders if I was too harsh. But another part of me feels like I had every right to protect the privacy and security of my home. So, am I the asshole for asking for the key back? Was it unreasonable for me to draw that line, or was I just standing up for my boundaries? I don't want to damage my relationship with Amy, but I also don't want to feel like I've lost control over my own home.